What is up, Cahir Club? Welcome back to the CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's been having a wonderful, wonderful week so far. It is Monday. Bank holiday Monday for some, me included. Although I didn't really have a bank holiday, I still did a lot of things today. I just had a normal Monday, I'm gonna be honest. It was a regular, kind of hectic Monday. Rob knows what's going on. Minccino. Mithril, new nickname for green here unlocked. Mithril. I'll take it. Mithril's cool. But hello Brugger, hello Jellu, hello Traveler, hello SFA, and hello Rob. How goes it? How goes it? I hope you've all been well. Why can't you celebrate that too? The bank holiday we've got today?
Hey,
have you guys not had a bank holiday this week? Because I know Europeans...
Boo.
Ah! I know that Europeans often have a little, like, you don't look British, but I know Europeans often have, like, a day off during the week around the same time. It's just they generally have the actual holiday itself off. Here in the UK, we have only the Monday off, which is kind of nice because it gives you, like, the 3-day weekend. But it's also sometimes nice to have a break during the week. But, hello Tokemon, how goes it, how goes it? I hope you've been well. I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. Turns out you accidentally missed an optional boss. Oh no! We did not have a day off. That's devastating. No, you're European. I'm always peeing. You know how it is. Not bad here. Thanks, went to go see parents. Hope your busyness went well. Well, we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Hopefully. Probably tomorrow. But I hope the parents seeing went well as well. You're also on summer break for this week and next week. I think most people are, right? That's generally how summer breaks work, is they kind of... It's early September, isn't it? Unless things have changed drastically since I was in school. It's so long ago now. I've been out of education for eons, really, when you think about it. All good in here. All good here in Canada, BC. BC? You lived in Canada before the birth of Christ? That's crazy. Your school started a while ago, though. Why did it do that? Ask them to not. That's my thought. Basically, you three-shotted the fuck with the ability called Urchin Bomb. Huh. Interesting. Was that Mice on Venus? It is, yes. Yes, no, there have always been a few Minecraft songs in the CahirLIVE playlist. I think I might need to top it up again soon. British Columbia. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm just stupid. What's the several points you have to defeat the count of separate enemies? Huh. Interesting. Alright. But yeah, back on with the Endless Hunt. Obviously, we're at 13.25 thousand encounters. I think it's worth noting that because that does mean that we are at a quarter through 13,000. I think the stream before we were at 13,000 exactly. So I'm pretty sure if I keep on at this pace, then it'll be another 2 streams and I'm at 14,000. Let's do a bit of roleplay here for a moment. Let's do a... Hello, Patterrz Games. How goes it? I hope your week has been well. Continuing on my endless shiny hunt today. Double odds soon, so nice. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, as I said, time for a bit of roleplay. Pretend... Well, let me... Some people aren't going to like that I'm doing this, but I think it's important. I think it's important that I do this.
What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. I hope you've all been well and have bought your oxygen from the oxygen suppliers. Today we're back with the Minccino shiny hunt. What the fuck has happened to my bloody screen capture? Why is it broken? Wait, no, this is the wrong one. That's why it broken. Silly me and my old dementia-ridden brain. I did it wrong. I did it wrong and incorrectly. You're being inconsiderate towards old people. I am old. Oh, I'm so old and my bones, they hurt. Is Cahir actually Rob? Shush. Shush, I'm not Rob. I'm much younger than him. He must be 6 trillion years old by now. We traveled 40 years into the future, and whoops, you're already dead. No, you're immortal. I've already decided it. It's just how it is. You won't die till 2107, Rob. That's what they're saying. Oh, my back really hurts. Oh my, oh my. Oh, my teeth. Oh, I should have put them in Coca-Cola every night instead of brushing them with toothpaste. I'm so glad now we know toothpaste is really bad for you, and actually, you shouldn't do that. You should just rub regular soap on your teeth. Like how you wash your hands, you wash your teeth like you wash your hands now. That's how it works. Any bets on how long this will last? 6 trillion encounters, that's what they're saying. And with my deal with the god of death, I will not die until I get it. At which point I will see it for 1 second on screen before I actually fucking die. Before I die. You already eat soap? Soap is good for you. It's what you're meant to brush your teeth with, they say. Oh me, oh my. Multi-purpose soap has many purposes. You can wash your hands, brush your teeth, throw it at people, bars of soap. You can throw bars of soap at people. It's really fun. Have you tried? I love throwing bars of soap at people. That's my old man hobby. Is going down to One Stop, buying all their bars of soap, and throwing them at people. I use all my monthly allowance on throwing bars of soap at people.
Okay, that does hurt my voice a bit. But I hope you enjoyed my little bit. My little funny. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more little funnies. If you want more little funnies and little bits. So you switch from bricks to soap.
My old, frail, weak hands can't lift bricks anymore. Because I'm too old and frail. And old. Ooh.
Photos printed?
Content Mangoes resubscribed. Thank you so much. For 180 months, Content Mango. That's so kind of you for resubscribing. That's very kind of you. Welcome back to the Cahir Club.
Hurts your ears more than my voice? Why does it hurt your ears? You know? Actually, the One Stop brand was bought by a new company called Two Stop, as One Stop wasn't getting the revenue and needed people to shop there twice, and that's actually true. They doubled all the prices. It's harder to hear, so I gotta focus. Okay. It might come back. It's gone for now. It might return, so keep that in mind. Dependent on how funny I think it might be at any given point, I will, in fact, do it again sometime. So I just need you to keep that in mind. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about how the cat almost threw up on the bed yesterday, but today I changed the bed covers. And I'm now realizing if she tries to pull that again. Hey, Missy. You know I'm speaking to you. You know I'm speaking to you. Stop. Stop just looking out the window. I'm talking to you, cat. Stop paying attention when it started getting annoying. I was never annoying. It's fun and whimsical being old. Rob, isn't it fun and whimsical being old? Eliminate every bed cover so they can ruin the bed itself. Yeah, no, that sounds like a bad idea, actually. That sounds like a considerably not good plan in the grand scheme of things. Yes, except the parts where your body hurts. See, we've got the Rob seal of approval. Being old is whimsical. Our own native old man has told us this information. That being old is whimsical. You know? So you kind of all got to accept it now. Because he said this. Back to French names. When will we ever... I think I was too busy being old to know I was part of... to know this conversation was happening. Because I was old. And old people are stupid, as you know. Like, can you pronounce the R the same way they do? We're talking like rolling? Clorand. Fuck. Okay, Clorand is a bit of a hard one. Fleuve Sandra. Rob Slander. Old people have issues with their sight. They do, because their eyes are old and wrinkly, which makes it hard for them to see. That and cataracts. Cataracts are fucked up. Why do my eyes fog up over time? Well, I guess not mine. Why do people's eyes fog up over time? You're saying Rob can't see? It depends, Rob. How big are your cataracts? Like, I think that's the big question, right? Because if Rob's got thick cataracts, then, like, no, he can't see. But it's just kind of fucked up that, like, as you age, your eyes just kind of crust over. What's up with that? And what's up with you, Missy? Stop ignore. I know you know your name. Recently, I've clarified the fact that the cat knows her name. Your eyes are actually the only working part of you right now. Oh, that's interesting. Old people nowadays trying to make combo.
How big are your cataracts?
Yeah, that's true, actually. They do that often. I've heard that conversation a million times. Missy, wait, come here. Hey, Missy, can you not throw up on the bed for, like, at least a week or so? Just a request from me. Then again, it'll take her a few days to actually want to get onto the bed.
Do you have grandchildren? You think I've ever had sex in my life?
Imagine having eyesight. Yeah, Mango uses echolocation. I hear him all the time. I mean, you're pregnant, so maybe. What it was, yeah. It was beans. I gave birth to beans. I ate it. I ate the beans. Because I got hungry. Although they told me I should get glasses. Oh, wait. Like reading glasses or glasses? Perma glasses. I telepathically sense people around you. That's just a fancy way of saying echolocation, I think. You echolocate. I'm pretty sure you echolocate. I'm going to be honest. I don't really believe the idea that you don't echolocate. You know? You might have tinnitus? No, I haven't trodden on any rusty nails lately. So I obviously can't have tinnitus, Mango. That'd be silly. But, I think GP has some of the hottest takes ever taken. Is GP delivering more rage bait in the Discord? You know? Like, that wasn't even that good rage bait. You just kind of all fell for it anyway. Glasses for long-sightedness, but then your dad said don't because they messed up his eyes earlier than necessary. Huh. So what you're saying is if I ever want to sneak up on you, I've got to do it from afar. Yeah, kinda. Okay, noted. I'll keep that in mind when I'm sneaking up on you next. When you get closer, no, I'll just sneak up on you. I'll stay far away the whole time I sneak up on you. My eyesight's fine. I can see things. Blasphemy will not be tolerated. Our God will not be slandered. Yeah? Ding, 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 ding. Whoop. My neck hurts. That's crazy. Did I sleep? I didn't even sleep roughly on it. It didn't hurt this morning. What the fuck? Why is it hurting now? That's bullshit. Can my neck not hurt? Can I get, like, some not hurting neck? How old? I'm not old! I was pretending to be old, but I'm not. I was faking it for the bit. I know that it was really convincing acting, because I'm really good at being an old man. But, I'm not old. Don't call me an old bastard. What the fuck? Maybe you're really good at it from experience. Like, okay, sure. In my last life, I was old. Posture check redeem when? For everyone, like the hydrate. No, I think everyone should have bad posture. You know? I promote bad posture. If you're not hunched over your computer, what are you doing? If everyone slouches, then it'll be like I don't. Maybe consider that. Because I have. Okay, boomer. I am not a boomer. I am full of youthful vigor. I am positively full of energy in my youthful heart. Okay, Shakespeare. I'm going to take that as a compliment, because Shakespeare is one of the greatest playwrights of all time, and I should be one of the greatest playwrights of all time. Hello from Aboba City. Hello, how goes it? I hope your week has been going well. I'm doing some shiny hunting in Pokemon today. 13,000 encounters in on this hunt. Shakespeare is dead? Lots of people are dead. I think most people are dead in general. Life is very youthful, but the same can't be said for the middle-aged here. Life is very youthful with me. Same can't be said for the middle-aged. Exactly. Like Mango and Rob. They're both middle-aged. I'm calling you so old, you're dead already. I feel like you could have taken, Oh, Cahir is middle-aged. You know, I'm not going to defend that guy. He can defend himself. How are you? I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. Had a... Well, it wasn't actually a chill day. I'm used to saying I had a chill day, because most of my days are chill, but today I had, like, a lot of stuff to do. It was a pretty active day, actually. This is maybe the first time I've slowed down all that much. You're not middle-aged, you're from the Middle Ages. That's true, actually. Wait, this is just the middle? Shit, man. Yeah, sorry, Mango. You're only just halfway there. I'm shitting on a chair. But, oh. He's a time traveler. Bum bum. No, he's just that old. Alright. Unlike me, who's very young and youthful. Well, now's a good time as any to sell all my belongings and buy the fastest motorcycle I can afford. That sounds reasonable, actually. That sounds like a really good use of your time and money. You should also dye your graying hair. Hippity hoppity, your memes of my... Okay, you sure you were born in 25? Or were you born in 1995? I guess 85. Yeah, we'll go 85, actually. I think that 85 is... 95's, like, on, like, the kind of brink of Gen Z. It's still millennial, I think. But... What do you mean graying hair? Like, the hairs on your pip are probably getting grey by now, right? I really like the new Twitch chat nickname, Old Bastard, so I think we should use that. No, I don't think we should. No, 1925. The issue is 1925 isn't millennial, which is very much what you just said. Very millennial indeed. Nuh-uh. Man goes in denial about his greying hair. I guess most people are. You stole that. I know you stole it. I'd seen the meme. But it's very millennial core. The best thing about my hair colours is if I have grey hair, no one can actually see it. Rob blonde? Maybe that or bald. Because if you're bald and have grey hair, no one can see it because you don't have any hairs. Aren't an immortal at least try to be trendy? I guess if an immortal were to use memes of any kind, I wouldn't be surprised if they used millennial memes. Years after they were gone. You got to go. Fair enough, Brugger. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Blonde and bold. Maybe, maybe. Is this true, Rob? No, I think my theory is still that he's just bold. I reset over the starting screen. Sure. You roll with the punches too well. I'm just like, Rob's bold, and he's like, yeah, man, okay. Why not? He's going to turn his webcam on for the next D&D session, and his head is going to be shining. You know? It's gonna like glint. Rob hair reveal when? I mean, his profile picture on YouTube is a picture of himself, so... That's probably worth taking into account. Right. Bigger version of the photo when never just squint. Just get really close to the screen and go... Oh, yeah, no, I could just about make out what's going on there. He's, yeah. Just get a 4K monitor, exactly. Traveler gets it. Shrimple as that. That sounds like a lot of effort. I don't have to if I simply just ask the man. I think there's another picture of you in your Twitch. There is. That is actually true. This is a true fact. I had not even considered the fact that this might be the case, but it is. There is another Rob picture where you can see Rob. Whoa. You've got badges for days. Damn. What, 1440p is good enough, but 4K is better quality. That's fair. I just use 320. Is it 320? Or is it 360? I can't remember. Dude, man is not bold. That might be an old picture. That might be an old picture. 360, 360, yes, this 360, 360p, that's what I use. Ah! Yawning, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Pro Gamer Moves, hello! 13k encounters, dang, yeah, no. It is quite, isn't it? But it be like that sometimes in pre-Gen 6 hunts. I mean, sometimes it's like that in post-Gen 6 hunts as well. But less of the time I've noticed. Although, at this point, I think this is my longest hunt I've ever done. Which is crazy. Yuli, hello, how goes it? You're so cool, real and true, but what's happened? Real and true, but do elaborate, because I feel like you're telling us this for a specific reason. What? Yawning, fucking hell. Stygian Cactus clear with more than 10 seconds to spare. Yo, very nice. What shiny are you trying to get? So, at the beginning of Pokemon Black and White, when the professor sends out her Minccino to be like, this is a Pokemon. That Minccino, this Minccino right here, isn't shiny locked. It can be shiny. Which is why there's a Minccino in the thumbnail, because I'm shiny hunting a Minccino. But you can't get it. Well, you can't catch it, no. But it can be shiny. There's more stuff, but I won't bore you with the anti talk. No, tell me more about it Wednesday. Tell me more about it Wednesday. Look who decided to move on for the Discord rant. Oh no. Then why are you? Because I was thinking about it, right? Most shinies I get, I feel like this is very true with the Scarlet Violet Shawl.
It can be shiny and he will look at it for a bit and go wahoo.
Exactly. Mango's right. Basically, I was thinking about it, right? And especially now in Scarlet and Violet, when I get, like, a box full of a shiny, I don't use them. They just sit in the box forever. So, like, what's the difference between catching a shiny and having it rot in a box for the rest of time, and seeing a shiny for, like, 5 minutes on the screen, and going, wow, I got it, wow, you know? And then moving on. Like, there's no difference. It's just one of them isn't in my box. But because I'm streaming it, it will be immortalized in time. You know? Like, if I was doing this alone, right, then I would maybe be the only person. Then why are you still going? Didn't you get it already? No. Why would I still be going if I got it? No, there have been 13,000 encounters for this Minccino, and I haven't got it in a single one of those. For the love of the game, there's a pretty big difference there. There's barely a difference there. Barely a difference. We cover this. It's going to be doing it for the next 40 years, exactly. That's where the bit came from, because I'm not going to get it for 1 million. That's what they're saying. I went to an oracle the other day. I went to an oracle and I asked the oracle 2 questions. Number one, will someone ever love me? No. That was the answer. Number 2. When will I get the shiny, uncatchable Minccino from Pokemon Black and White? Not before 1,000,000 encounters. No, today is the day? Well, that would be nice, Felix, but I have my doubts. But welcome to the stream all the same. I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. Let's get the clip talk to someone. I just say some clippable shit. What's... There's that song everyone's quoting at the moment. It's actually today, like, seriously, this is the last chance. What do you mean this is the last chance? Quick, say something about Labubus. Labubu, more like, ambivalence. Why do people get so mad at, like, other people doing innocuous shit? You know? Like, because people are miserable. They are, low-key. Like, I saw Labubus for the first time, right? I saw Labubus for the first time, and I was like... Okay. You know? I was like, I don't think I'd buy that. And then I moved on with my day. When I saw other people buying it, I was like, that's fair enough. Other people can like those. You can. I am ambivalent on a Labubu. I can see the appeal. The appeal isn't to me. Why do some people see Labubus and then be like, how dare you even think about liking and buying this thing? And there's an answer. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. There is an answer to why Labubus get unnecessary hate. It's misogyny. Let's be real. Let's be real for more than a second. Right? The main target audience of Labubus, I don't know if it's still like that. I'm guessing it's still pretty similar. The main target audience of Labubus are women. They were the main collectors of Labubus at the start. I don't know if now they've kind of gotten more ingrained in the cultural zeitgeist, if they're becoming more of a, like, widespread thing. They might. But... like, it's because Labubus were mostly collected by women. And whenever some guys see, like, women being happy, they get really mad for some reason. Like, it... It's ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, it's always so odd when, like, this new trend comes around. And... yeah. It's that and them being mainstream. So, your regular people trying to be edgy and hating everything mainstream. That is also very true. That is also very true. The moment something, like, gets into the cultural zeitgeist and gets popular with, like, just regular people, like, there's always those people who are like, I'm going to make hating this my personality. Because I'm different and cool, which means that I don't like what everyone else likes. Thank you for the clarification that it's satire, SFA. Just don't feel safe around them. Yeah? Wait, no, I want to repost. Let's be clear, I have no idea what a Labubu is. I just saw someone a lot younger than me who I work with talking about them on Instagram, so yeah. I introduced my buddy introduced my buddy to the concept of Labubus a few weeks back. And he was like, Cahir, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, okay. We went into Mr. Sims. And there was like Labubu chocolate there. And I was like, look, Labubu. And he was like, Cahir, what are you talking about? So then I explained Labubus to him. And funnily enough, I think they were off-brand Labubus, but we like walked a bit further into the shopping centre we were in, and there were Labubus for sale, which I found quite funny. Next day, notification in my Discord. Oh, not in my friend group's Discord. He was in VC, and my friend was explaining to him, how do I put this? What's like the easiest way to put this? The day after was the day where the 24-carat Labubu lady did the Labubu blackface. So he went from learning about Labubus to that. Which... Okay. You gotta explain what the Labubu blackface is. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, wait, okay. Let me get some context for Rob, because Rob doesn't know what's going on. It's quite clear. Rob, what have I even clicked on? Rob does not know what's going on. So let's go from the ground up here, right? Let's go from the ground up. This is the Labubu. They're little collectible guys that you like hang on your back. They're like the kind of vibe of like kind of ugly but kind of cute, you know? They kind of feed into like that idea, you know, of like they're like maybe a bit unpleasant to look at, but like they're kind of unpleasant to look at. They're not unpleasant to look at, I wouldn't say, but like they're trying to capture that ugly in an adorable sense kind of thing. You seen something? Okay, yeah. Basically, there was this one woman on TikTok who was going around... Dorky, exactly. Uncanny Valley? I can see where you're coming from. I don't like Labubu because the goal is to collect them, so it's not like collecting Pokemon cards, it's collecting football cards. What? I think that's maybe a take only SFA could have. If you like collecting football cards, I don't hate you, but you do hate... I've seen them compared to Funko Pops, but now that I think about it for more than a second, I'm not sure if I would. Anyway, there was this one lady on TikTok. Black Pimp member was seen on the CahirLIVE stream. Glad I could keep you entertained, Felix. Like, Funko Pops are football cards. They only exist to be collectible. I mean, sure, but, like, a lot of things only exist to be collectible and kind of cute. You know? Like a collectible kind of, like... But anyway. Thank you for the... You're welcome, Rob. You're really welcome. Anyway, no. We're getting on to the next part, which is Labubu Blackface. So there was this one lady on TikTok. I keep on thinking Instagram though. TikTok. I'm pretty sure she was on TikTok at first. Where I don't know if she'd made it herself or actually bought it from some official source. I'm guessing, given what's coming next, she made it herself. So what she bragged about was the 24-carat golden Labubu. And she, like, made loads of videos of her holding this, like, golden Labubu. Its fur was gold, its face was gold and stuff. And she was sort of like, this is the 24-carat gold Labubu. Labubu. She really enunciated a W even though there isn't one. And she kept on fucking showing off this Labubu. One day she drops a video. One day she drops a video where she has painted a Labubu's face black and describes it as the KSI Labubu. This video was up from apparently witnesses all of 15 seconds before she took it down. What could possess you to do that? Why would you think for a moment that's a good and or funny idea? What? Why would you do that? Anyway. Naturally, no one likes her anymore. Everyone found her kind of amusing at first because of the way she said Labubu. Really, like, Labubu. Really enunciating the W. What happens after you see it? I will see it for like 5 minutes and I'm like, yeah! And then I will move on with my life. After having wasted 2 years looking for it. But sunk cost fallacy and whatnot, you know. But anyway, hello Mario, I hope your week has been going well. Welcome to the conversation where I explain Labubu lore. This is... We always have fun on the shiny hunting streams, I think. Not a rabbit hole, it was a big thing on TikTok. Yeah, no, it was a rather big thing on TikTok. I only really heard about it through Twitter. And I think it might have been my friend who made me aware that she was racist. Okay, no, the issue is Traveler. The blackface was the issue. I think the fundamental problem with the concept there was that she painted the Labubu's face black and then said that it was like then tried to pass it off as KSI Labubu. Like, the issue was inherently in the blackface. That was. Don't make. You're better than that. Don't do that. That's crazy, dude. Good luck. Thank you, Mario. Thank you. Why did Mario get #1? That's crazy. GG on getting #1 in chat, Mario. I really wonder. Look here, gotta go to sleep. Clock in Sweden is 20 to 10. Understandable, Patterrz. I hope you have a great night. YouTube chat is weird, man. It is, like, I don't... Wait, what? There's a little, like, crown next to your name with a #1. Because YouTube have introduced, like, a top fans thing. And because I'm not partnered on YouTube, the only way you can get points is by typing in chat. Everyone else technically has the exact same amount of points as you, but YouTube has deemed you, and you alone, the #1 chatter. Right. But yeah, it's an odd system. Because you'd expect it to maybe be like... I guess they maybe don't want people to spam. Because if you then spammed, you could maybe game the system or something. But... It's an odd one. Allows you to get 75 more every hour after you first come in, I think. That makes kind of sense. But not loads of sense. Because, like, again, it just results in situations where someone can come in, like, 20 minutes in and then get number 1 somehow. I think it's funny, though. I, for one, am quite amused by it. I'm gonna be honest. You know? Then it being engagement insensitive, spamming is still engagement. That is also true. That is also true. I wonder if doing like the little reactions give any points. You're also shaking real life while vibing to music all the time, or just your avatar? I am actually shaking in real life to listening to the music. I think I do in real life a bit, yeah. But that wasn't something I did before I started streaming. Like, puppeteering a VTuber avatar really fucks up the way you emote and move. So when I'm unsure about something, I kind of like shake a bit more, you know? And like, I do that in real life sometimes, and I'm like, what? Did you hear about what they did to Mario Jamboree? No, that was that update, right? Where they added in the face cam stuff, from what I understand. But, I don't know much else. Did something happen with the update? Because, did you hear about what they did? Sounds like it's not good. It's getting hot. When I go for my regularly scheduled toilet break, I might get my fan. Because it's been really fucking hot today for no reason. It's odd because they were like, oh yeah. They were like, oh yeah, it's going to be a heat wave this week. And then there wasn't actually a heat wave that week. It was just kind of mild. Did your arms move? Well, let me show you. Boom. Yeah, my arms move. And boom, I can step. Boom, I can step. Boom, what do you mean it's cursed? What do you mean cursed? So not independently, no. No, that's a lot of money. That is. What's wrong with my little dungarees? You look like some knockoff Jujutsu Kaisen character. Hey! What the fuck, man? Don't compare me to Mid ever again. What's your cursed technique? That's offensive? Calling JK Mid. come middle. The tail throws me off, to be honest, not used to it, I guess. My tail's lovely. What's your cursed technique? Spending 2 years... Spending, 2 years, shiny hunting for a Minccino. I'm calling you a mid-character. Exactly, exactly. Glad we're on the same wavelength. Tail Jitsu? Have you even read it? No. No, I haven't. I know, I'm not gonna say it, because maybe not everyone does know it. You know. Not a very solid argument, then? Hey, no. There is no greater joy in life than calling a show you've never even watched mid. There just isn't. There is nothing more satisfying than implying something people are generally big fans of. You know, that has a large fan base. Mid. But, by the way, do you think it's worth to play Pokemon Violet? Personally, despite the, graphical stuff, and keep in mind that a lot of the glitches have been ironed out at this point. It isn't really all that glitchy of a game these days, it's more the graphics that aren't that great. But I still think it's a very fun game. The gameplay loop is very engaging to me. Exploring the world, looking for Pokemon. I think it's got one of the best stories in the franchise, and best characters as well. It's a very character-driven story in general. And I think a lot of the new Paldean Pokemon are very well designed as well. I know not everybody has that opinion. I feel like generation to generation, because obviously different thoughts and ideas go into the designs behind them. I mean, that each generation has a bit of a different vibe. So not every generation hits the same for everyone. You find some generations... yeah, no, like, people have different tastes generation to generation. But I think I quite like the Paldean vibes. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are pretty solid, all in all. I think they'd be a lot more fondly remembered if they looked better. So I'm interested to see what Legend ZA, which, despite the buildings being textures rather than actually 3D modelled, like ZA looks pretty solid. So I'm interested to see how that gets received. And I'm very interested to see how Gen 10 gets received, given that's going to be our first game entirely on the Switch 2, I assume. But yeah. Why are you asking a Pokemon YouTuber that? That is a fair point. I wouldn't be streaming these games if I didn't like them. But all the same. I don't know, I find a lot of Pokemon YouTubers still rag on Scarlet and Violet. But personally, I think that's... When Scarlet and Violet first released, people seemed to have more balanced opinions on the games. You know, as people were playing through them for the first time, the general takes were, these games are really fun. It's a shame that they were released a number of months way too early. But it feels like over time they've kind of become like a community punching bag. Like, opinions have been flanderized into just saying they're like some of the worst games and a sign that Game Freak are getting lazy. When I'd say it's more of a sign that the games are being pushed out too quick, because what's actually in Scarlet and Violet, I'd say is still full of a lot of passion from the passion from the developers. There's still a lot of good in the games. That's nice. You have the game but didn't finish it. I was thinking maybe playing the old ones, but maybe I'll go play Violet. Oh, I see, I see. Well, yeah, no, I think they're pretty solid games. So if you do replay them, I hope you enjoy your replay. I'd say in general, my best bit of advice is capture as many Pokemon as possible. Really try to complete the Pokedex. They're very much games made to... kind of like Legends Arceus was. They're very much games made to be games you complete the Pokedex in. So I'd really recommend going out of your way to like try and fill it up as much as possible. They give you incentives, to be fair, because they give you actually tangible rewards this time, which is nice. Like, obviously, Legends Arceus locks progress behind Pokedex completion, which kind of forces you to complete the Pokedex like that. You get more stuff out of completing the Pokedex, like better Pokeballs and stuff, but, like, it's also progress. Scarlet and Violet, you don't really need to complete the Pokedex, but you get, like, balls and evolution items out of completing it, which is nice. I'll be interested to see what the Legends EA Pokedex does as you complete it. Because we've seen some images of it, but I'll be interested to see if there's tangible rewards again, or what's going on there. I don't know, I think it's amazing we got more expensive characters. Do you mean expressive? But I mean, all in all, I'm very excited for ZA. It's gonna be interesting to see what it's like. Expressive, yeah, no, they very much are. But I have more opinions on that, but I'll share them more on Wednesday. Because obviously there's a Genshin live stream at the end of the week. So I'll be talking about that and my hopes for it on Wednesday. Alright. Drink drunk. You have news for Weekly Wednesday? Oh, interesting. I will look forward to hearing. Yeah, no, it looks like we might actually be able to hit that, what was it called? Hit that big, 13,500. 13.5 thousand by the end of the stream. I think that's going to be my general goal for today, because I think it would be worth trying to get to 14k in a couple streams time. You also did a cool Genshin thing? Oh. Do elaborate. But, cleared Fearless? Oh, nice! Congratulations, Rob. That's very exciting. Fish? Fish. That's a good point, actually, Mango. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it like that, but that's a really, like, valuable perspective that I think we need to consider more, you know? I'm feeling dumb because I've dipped back into Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky a bit. I'm kind of between hyperfixations right now, so I was just chilling on Explorers of Sky. Maybe there are other things I could be doing, like Genshin quests, but you know how it is. Yeah, no, I was chipping away at Explorers of Sky. And... there's a volcano. I can't remember the name of the volcano, but it's the volcano you get Heatran in. And I remembered going into that volcano at some point and getting my ass handed to me because the Pokemon in there were really strong. I was like, oh, well, that's annoying. You know what? I'm going to go in there now. I'm going to go in there now. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to beat it. It took me a couple of attempts. The Pokemon was still strong. Camerupt. Earth Power is a floor-wide attack, which is really fucking irritating. I'm going to be honest. I hate floor-wide attacks. Do not like floor-wide attacks. They are so fucking annoying. Thankfully, I brought my Parasect with me, which you might think is a bad idea to take a Parasect into a fire dungeon, because obviously Parasect is 4 times a week. Except, Parasect gets a unique item in Explorers of Sky called the Firm Hat, which makes it immune to fire attacks, which is insane. It basically gives it, like a fire-type Volt Absorb. Or if it gets hit with a fire attack, it will heal. Which, fucking wild. Which is fucking wild. But, comes in handy. But yeah, no, I completed the dungeon. I recruited a Charmeleon during the dungeon, actually, which was quite exciting. I didn't even realise I could recruit a Charmeleon. I thought their recruitment rates was in, like, the negatives. But no, I actually managed to recruit the Charmeleon. So that was really fucking cool. I've got a Charizard now, you know, I evolved it. You know, I've got a Charizard on the bench. And yeah, no, I'd already beaten it. I'd already beaten the dungeon. I'd already actually completed it. I'd recruited Heatran already. Heatran was already... Instead of enslaving them, you recruit them. The game must suck. What the fuck? Anyway, it sounds like you need to play Peak, Jello. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest and real. It sounds like you haven't played Peak. And you need to play Peak. I don't mean the fucking friend slot. Why is Shalonen's teaser stuck in your head, of all things? It's fine, though. It is good. It is good. Palworld player right there. Exactly, exactly. I fucking love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Like, I hope we do get another new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon at some point. It really feels like Pokemon are less interested in investing in their spin-off games these days. You've never touched Palworld. It sounds like it'd be something up your alley. So... Back in. Okay, we're back in, tapping back in. But yeah, no, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is, I think, one of my favorites. Like, it's such a good spin-off series of the Pokemon series. The stories are always really good, and... I don't know, it's a fun and logical way of telling stories in the Pokemon world. So you really have to wonder why they don't do it more often. Because it more or less used to be that we got a Mystery Dungeon game every generation. And then they skipped Gen 7 and gave us one in Gen 8, and now it's Gen 9. Maybe that's it. Maybe we'll get a Gen 10 Mystery Dungeon game. Maybe that's what we're missing out on. To be fair, the Gen 8 Mystery Dungeon game was a remake, so... Are you against these new types of games like Content Warning or Peak or whatever? I'm really not. I'm going to be honest. Content Warning... I wouldn't say is a good example, because I never really was interested in that one, but, like, Lethal Company and Repo I'm a big fan of. Peak seems interesting. I do want to, I do want to play Peak at some point. But you'd give Peak a go. It seems interesting. It seems interesting. But what's it called? Thank you, dude. Ever since that one tweet came out where it was like, what's this new trend of friend slop games? I've been calling them friend slop. And I always will call them friend slop from this moment on. Because friend slop is a really funny phrase. Friend slop as a phrase? But you said it sounds so... Oh no, yeah, to be fair, I was being hostile. Like, I don't know why I've gone on this much of a tangent on it. I was deliberately being hostile, just because I thought it'd be funny. And it kind of was. Don't mean the trailer light theme lights on me, you mean the teaser theme. Huh, interesting. I thought you meant the song. But, what was I saying? I can't remember. I can't remember at all. I guess I could have committed to the friend slop bit. I like that, like, in a kind of, like, okay, no, well, let's go from the bottom up. Let's go from the bottom up. On this point, I think. Let's start from the bottom and go up. I'm pretty sure... How do I put this? Another Cahir tangent is oncoming, by the way. It's just processing through my brain at the moment. It's just whirring through my brain as I figure out how I want to assemble these words to discuss this point. Because it's a stupid one. Like, I don't know. Part of me does kind of like the slop suffix after things, you know? It's kind of whimsical. It's kind of a whimsical way of dissing something you like, right? Not something you like, dissing something. Calling it slop, you know? Like, that's really fucking funny to me. So people are like, oh, it's slop. Oh, it's friend slop. Because it's a game you play with your friends, you know? Friend slop. Like... Slop is... It's just a funny suffix to add. An OC mapping style is aim slop, and I love it. Exactly, like... Calling them slops feels so weird, considering people are actually developing them and putting effort into it. That is true. That is true. But I do think it's worth that some things end up taking a life outside of how they were initially said. Like, I feel like most people using the term friend slop at this point don't view them bad. Just a way to play music and also listen to your stream at the same time. You can just open 2 tabs. I guess if you're on mobile. On computer, you can just open 2 tabs. But then you've kind of got the music I play under that, so... But, they override each other? Yeah, I thought that might be it. But, I don't know, I get what you're saying, but... I think the bigger moral issue is the fact that I'm pretty sure the whole slop suffix thing came from 4chan. I'm pretty sure that's another 4chanism that kind of made its way into the general internet lingo zeitgeist. Like, I think that's the issue with, like, a lot of internet lingo zeitgeist, is it does genuinely come from 4chan. It's time for Genshin stores on the Oceania knockoff spam slot. Lovely. But, like, I think it's, like, I think a lot of current internet lingo, and people don't realize it, fundamentally comes from 4chan. I'm sure some people do realize it, like, I think if you don't realize Wojaks come from 4chan, then, like, maybe you just never really thought about it that hard. But, like, it's interesting how people don't fully process. Not process, people don't realize. It's like an odd situation where, like, a lot of shit ends up originating on 4chan and then slowly spreading out across the internet. Like, especially because it's, like, more or less always happened. Just spam those things until... Oh, I see. That's not good. But, it's interesting to see how these things develop. Like, there are ones that are just one key press. I guess that makes sense, because it means that you can just farm people playing with things, because they're easy to complete. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, like... The issue is just friend swap is a funny thing to say. Like, I don't think it was... I think the initial use of the friend swap term was never, like, was meant in a negative way, but the person didn't actually believe it. They just sensed a fun bit of rage bait. Which I think is the other general issue with the internet these days. But I wonder if rage bait came from 4chan. Like, rage baiting is just being an arsehole and trying to get away with it. Oh no, I know that, but I meant the term rage bait. Like, it's not that complex of a term, really. Like, I think bait has been a term for a while. I guess rage bait was a very natural conclusion of a term to be made up. But by the same token, again, like, a lot of internet lingo people don't realize comes straight from 4chan. Well, not straight from 4chan. It's slowly seeped out into the wider internet from 4chan, so... It's like... I just wonder, innit? I just wonder. I guess I could Google it. Not that I'll get much out of Google these days. Oh, yo, BBC article. Merriam-Webster? BBC English Learning. Wait, is it not Bite Size anymore? Did they get rid of BBC Bite Size? There's people asking. What is? I feel like Merriam-Webster might. But I'm not sure if Merriam-Webster would actively credit 4chan as an origin to a word like that. Oh well. I guess I'll just continue to dwell on it. On the answer. We'll never know. In a way. Actually, not in a way. I was going to say I'm being rage-baited by Google not giving me a straight answer, but I'm kind of not. I'm rage-baiting myself by not actually, like, putting the time into research for more than half a second. Because if I actually tried, maybe I could find the answer, but then I just kind of didn't really, so I kind of never really stood the chance to find what I was looking for. You know? Because I am, Do you have the time to research this right now? Why not? Rage baiting concept. The issue is everyone's just asking, like, what is rage baiting? And it's like, sure, you can ask what it is, but where does it come from? Like, where does... Like, everybody... Like, rage baiting more or less used to just be trolling, right? We used to just call... I guess maybe not entirely. I think rage... Like, I think trolling falls under rage baiting. If you're if you're trolling someone, you're rage baiting them, right? I would argue. But I think rage baiting does kind of take a wider meaning, because it's not like a fucking falsified clickbait headline title based on absolutely nothing, exclusively made to, like, make racist old boomers click it. Like, that's rage baiting, because you're baiting people into rage. Right? Like, it's a rage bait article. Which isn't really trolling at that point. Why is rage baiting? That's a really good question, SFA. Actually, I think you should write that one down. I always remember that one post where someone broke down, like, the perfect Twitter rage bait. And it did really well. I can't remember exactly the wording they used, because I'm stupid. But basically, they were, like, complaining about someone who invited them over. Was it maybe a roommate, actually? It might have just been a roommate. Or was it someone who invited them over? And basically, they were complaining that this person had left their door ajar instead of closing it. And had taken a picture of them sleeping through their ajar door. And were, like, then complaining about the person. But they phrased it in, like, a very inflammatory way to get people to, like, get mad at it. And then, they more or less posted a follow-up tweet where they broke down everything they did in the post. I might try and find this, because it... Roommate door open rage bait Twitter.
Hey.
Whoa, raid! Hello, raiders. How goes it? Mayor Marine, thank you for raiding. Oh, let me just get the shout out done. Boom. 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 Everybody make sure to follow May. Everybody make sure to follow May. Thank you for raiding, May. How did your stream go? What were you streaming? Let me introduce myself real quick. I'm CahirLIVE. I'm a Pokemon streamer. I stream Pokemon twice a week. Mondays and Fridays. Mondays I do shiny hunting, like this. Right now I'm shiny hunting for the Minccino. For the Minccino at the beginning of Pokemon Black and White. Like, the very, very beginning. Like, that one. Right there, that can be shiny. That isn't shiny locked. This Minccino right here isn't shiny locked. You can shiny hunt it. And I am. It's been 13,000 encounters in 2 years. You're ranking Pokemon on if you would eat them or not? I love that. Who are like, what are the top 5 Pokemon you would eat? And how high was Tepig on that list, actually? Because Tepig, when you think about it, is not just a pig, but it's a fire-type pig. I'm sure prepared correctly, you could get Tepig to, like, cook itself. It's about 50-50. I mean, that's fair. Because, like, some Pokemon are, like, Tepig or Lechonk. Or, like, Tauros. Where it's like, yeah, that's probably just an animal you could eat. And then there's, like, Roggenrola. Which I'm theoretically assuming you wouldn't eat. There was... And were the rocks on the eating list? Were you going to eat the rocks? I think this is an important clarification. Were you going to eat the rocks? Yes, gems look yummy. On a... You know what? I will give you that. I will give you that one. I hope you've got strong teeth. I hope you've got nice and strong teeth. I hope... Wait. I hope you're like a Steelix. Something with the right teeth to eat, to crunch some rocks. Teeth lost them. Oh, you're just like gumming those rocks. So like, is eating this situation putting a rock in your mouth for like 10,000 years and waiting for it to erode? Would enzymes make a rock erode faster in your mouth than if it was like a river? I guess maybe. Like, we don't question it if it works. That's fair. I can't slate that. I can't slate that. Important question, where did Krogunk lie on this list? Cahir's chat is full of chalk eaters, so we know a lot about rock munching. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. I, for one, Sandy Gust and Palo Sand? Who doesn't love eating a bit of sand? When I'm at the beach, I know I don't need to bring a packed lunch. Which one? Krogunk. The frog. I eat soap instead. I mean, that's fair. You could eat chalk as well. You know this, right? Like, you don't have to pick to one side or the other. You can eat soap and chalk. The world is your oyster. The world is your chalk. Eat it. No, Froggy's good, good, good. But to be fair, Krogunk's poisonous nature. Although then again, were there any poison types on the list? Are you risking your life for some of these flavors? I guess like Arbok would be fine. To be fair, Quillfish is just like a pufferfish. I'm sure Quillfish works quite pufferfish-like in preparing it, where as long as you remove the right parts of it, then it doesn't kill you. If you don't, it does. You did contemplate on eating literal lava. I mean, lava does look really tasty. Like, I would try and eat like a bowl of lava if you gave it to me in a spoon. Once in a lifetime treat. You get it. You get it. Lava is in the same club as skydiving without a parachute. Really appealing. Everyone wants to do it a little bit, but you can only do it once. It's like a one-time thing. But it would be fun. Oh, I just... I minimized it. I didn't close it. I minimized it. Hey, May! Thank you for following. Welcome to the Cahir Club. Alright. But yeah, are you guys looking forward to Pokemon Legends ZA? Because we got the new Mega Victory Bell announcement. Actually, that's a good question. Mega Victory Bell. Eat or pass? Our new balloony lad. You would if you could play it? I see, I see. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Legends is always good, and I'd eat any potentially poisonous plant. You were born in the wrong generation, SFA, I think. This is my hot take. You were born in the wrong generation. The generation you should have been born in, is one without a name, because it was like 20,000 BC, or whenever the fuck we were still like eating berries off random bushes. You know? Because like someone being willing to eat a poisonous plant back then, that's useful. That's useful. Because then people can learn. You'd eat like 20 nightshade and die instantly. Okay, that isn't as useful. Gonna be honest and real with you for a moment, but oh well. We did only eat Bellsprout. That's fair. I can see that. Bellsprout would be quite nice. Wait, does Gloom smell really nice or really bad? I can't remember. Because it either is, like, repugnant or really nice smelling. Like, it oozes nectar. Smells incredibly foul. However, 1 in 1,000 people enjoy sniffing its nose-bending stink. Okay, so Gloom smells bad. Which means it wouldn't taste nice. I find it funny that red and blue is like the fluid that oozes from its mouth isn't drool. It's used to attract prey. But literally every other dex entry is like, that nectar smells so fucking bad. If you are within like a kilometer of a Gloom and you can smell that shit, you're gonna be retching, man. The first one, it uses this to attract prey. Every other one, cover your nose, man. That shit smells gross. He'd eat the rocks on the ground instead because he likes going against the grain. That's actually a pretty good point. You know, SFA would be given the opportunity and would start crouching down and munching pebbles. I think it'd be fun to, like, spend a year as, like, a hunter-gatherer, you know? Just, like, shunt me back in time for, like, a month. Or, did I say a year, or just say... no, I said a year. Imagine Felix is right. Well, Felix doesn't have the best, like, win ratio on being correct. In the grand scheme of things. Felix is more often wrong than right, but, like, maybe he'll hit it on the nail on the head this time. Did you know because salt can be sedimentary rock, there can be salt layers and salt mines in the earth? That does make sense. Actually, salt can be fucking everywhere. Why does the earth like salt so much? Maybe the earth really hates snails. Have you considered that? We're always like, oh, I bet the earth hates us for how we're polluting it. What if the earth hates snails? Have you considered that? 99% of gamblers quit before they win. That's a really good point. I don't know why I hadn't considered it like that. That's a really, really good point. The earth might hate snails, which would be a shame, because I think snails are really neat. Snails are potentially one of the most whimsical animals. Hot take. Snails are... yeah, they're one of the most whimsical animals out there. They just are. The way their little antenna wave around. Have you seen a snail looking at something? You know, when like you put your finger next to a snail and the way it like investigates it with a little antenna, you know? Like, snails do not have eyes, but they still activate the part of my brain that goes, that's adorable. Which is really impressive, given that part of my brain was made specifically so I liked babies. You know? Like, we find things cute specifically so we don't try and bash a baby's skull in with a rock. That's more or less the whole, like, origin of that idea. So why does that work on snails? Why do I find snails cute? Because snails and babies are, like, maybe the one thing they share in common is the slime. Like, I think that's maybe the only thing I can think of that, like, both snails and babies. You know? You find things cute but not babies? I mean, I feel like that's a thing you grow into more than anything else, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of, like... it's more of an adult thing. Then the thing I always get confused about, right? The thing that always baffles me. I used to, like... one of my go-to, like, stream questions for new people. And you know what? I'm going to turn this on you all. I might use it again on Wednesday. I'm going to turn this on you all. Thoughts on snails? What do you guys think about snails? You forgot to count like 3 when you were talking about snails on... wait, did I? Okay, I'll push us up 2 then. Bit slow, aren't they? They're slow but faster. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. You never see a snail approaching you. You always see a snail when it's nearby already. Which is kind of fucked up. Like, they just kind of appear. And they're just there, like, slowly moving around. Have to say they're friends because you're a sea slug bunny, so they're your peers. That's fair. You know, you can't really be slating like your cousins. You know, I can't slate that. But like, in mentioning sea slugs, I think maybe kind of are in a similar situation where like everybody loves sea slugs. Sea slugs, I feel like, are another universally cute animal. But you know what people don't find cute? In general. In general, slugs. Regular slugs. People find just regular slugs gross and off-putting. What's up with that? Sea slugs, I kind of get it, because they got like the fun little antenna and are generally like kind of like whimsical and colorful and stuff. Makes sense why we like those. But snails, in comparison to slugs, snails are only different from slugs because of the shells. Regular slugs are just slimes. No eyes, no features, just slime. That is fair. But, like, it's literally just the shell that sets those two apart. Does having a little shell make that much of a difference? What's up with that? Why is my cat also weighing in on this conversation? What's your next point? Yeah. Oh. Really? She's got a lot of opinions on this one, guys. The shell gives personality, slugs lack it. Interesting, interesting. Both are gross, to be honest. Interesting. Interesting takes we're getting here. Even from my cat, even the cat is giving interesting takes in this specific situation. Why are you screaming? You just don't like accidentally stepping on them. Which I guess is another difference between snails and slugs, because you know when you've stepped on a snail in the middle of the night, but a slug, you got no idea. Like, I feel so horrible when I step on a snail in the middle of the night, because you hear the crunch and then it's like, oh fuck, I wasn't looking where I was going. It rained yesterday, I should have known. I should have known there would be a snail somewhere, and I killed it! You know, it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. You kind of don't know when this happened with a slug, which I guess is kind of an advantage, right? Yeah, until you see your slimy footsteps. I don't know. There's just so many on the road, it's a minefield. They're just on their way to work. They're just trying to get to work. They're just going to their snail day jobs. They don't want to get run over. So unfair. You mean jobs, right? You are still in school. Job is not a slur to you. It's not in the first place. Do not appropriate us real unemployed people's culture. I've also got my humor lacking, not gonna lie. SFA, you still here? You should send that to their Discord. Hi, hello SFA. Oh, you gonna go up onto the bed? You're thinking about it. Oh, she's changed her mind and is now looking upset. Sorry, I did my bed today. So now... my bedclothes are her least favourite ones. Because she very much has, like, a favourite bed cover. I'm pretty sure. Like, my other bed cover, she likes a lot more than this one. But additionally, after it's just been washed, she's very much not a fan of either of them. And she just kind of, like, looked up on the bed. She did, like, the little meerkat back legs thing, looked out across the bed. And then just kind of, like, sank down with her ears all splayed out. She was not chuffed. She was not chuffed at all. Because they don't smell like them anymore. Exactly, I think that's another big part of it. Jokes here are just better IMO. Like, there it's too busy to have room for jokes and shit. Here it's chill AF. I see. Always funny jokes here. I don't know how to tell an unfunny joke. It's how it is. I also think it's in part because it doesn't smell of me anymore, to be arrogant. Because, like, that cat is the only... I am the only person that cat tolerates. She went through, like, a phase where she was fine with other people for a bit, but she's gone right back to not being fine with other people again. It's funny. She's a funny little beast. Especially when I change the bed colours. Because, again, she gets very grumpy when I do that. Don't you, Missy? I don't think I finished telling the story. I realized the other day, like, I never really thought about it that hard until the other day. But, like, I said her name and she looked at me. And then I realized, oh, no, this thing knows her name. And it's a very basic observation, like, does the cat know its name? You know? She very much does. I've noticed. Just say a blue box joke meme. Pumpkin exclusive joke. That'd be unfunny to the rest. Actually, Jellu would get that. Because Jellu is up to date on blue box. Jellu, are you pissed off? The latest chapter has upset a lot of people. Like, it's funny. It's funny to watch. I kind of agree with criticisms leveraged, but I'm willing to see where things are going. Because I feel like this arc has been building for a lot longer than people want to admit. Like, it doesn't feel like this is a ham-fisted thing. It feels like this kind of was going on in the background. Anyway, I'll stop being vague. You should watch Blue Box on Netflix. Cut anime recommendation of the day. Blue Box on Netflix. I will always gas up Blue Box on Netflix. It's who I am. It defines who I am. Your cat knows his name and actually likes people. That's good. That's good when cats like people. Cats are just funny beasts. I find cats amusing. And Missy's very good at being amusing because she just likes looking out windows. She loves a gander, that cat. Big fan of having a gander. Maybe one of the best at having a gander, just staring outside. I can't see her right now because she's behind the curtain. Because, like, my curtains are half open even though it's dark outside. And that means that obviously half of the window reflections. Can't really see out as easily, so she goes behind the curtain so she can see out into the garden easier. Off-putting beast that she is. The thing that always gets me about cats is that thing is tiny. She is minuscule. She is perhaps one of the smallest cats I've ever owned. However, she is a master at maneuvering herself into taking up as much space on my bed as possible. Time and again do I wake up in the night absolutely displaced, with her just sat in some inconvenient position where I'm brought to the conundrum. Do I kick her off the bed so I can get comfy, or do I just let her stay there? You know? Like, it does bring the firm question of, like, do I do something about this? Do I... Like, sometimes I'll get ballsy and, like, shift the duvet that she's lying on and try not to scare her off it. And sometimes it works. She'll just sit there on the bed. I can't see her. It's the middle of the night. I don't know what she's doing. She's probably glaring daggers at me. In the grand scheme of things, I would assume that she is glaring daggers at me. Oh, she has actually now gotten up onto the bed. She's looking around, quite upset at the situation. You gonna sit down? Oh, she might. She's having a sniff. You not a fan of me doing the bedding? I've got to. It's got to happen. I always remember when I went to Spain a couple months back. When I got back from Spain, she is disembarking the bed. She has decided she is too good for the bed. Got to go now, but nice to meet you, and good luck with the stream. Thank you for raiding, mate, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. But you know, when I went to Spain, when I got back from Spain, what words? There was a circle of cat hair on the bed where she'd been sleeping. Because it was like during the heat wave that I went to Spain. So that poor creature was in the heat. And had more or less just left like a shadow of herself on the bed. It was kind of always on the cards to remake the bed when I got back anyway. I didn't want to make the bed when before I left, because there was a solid chance the cat was going to throw up on the bed while I was gone, which wouldn't have been good. So like I kind of was always under the impression that, okay, I'll leave it for when I'm gone, and then when I get back I'll make. Does your cat do that a lot? More than I'd like. More often than is ideal, is I think my answer to that. It is a talent of hers, I'll say that. Did she leave the room or is she under the bed now? How odd. How odd. I remember she vomited on something twice on stream. No, she does. There have been a number of times live on stream she has thrown up on the floor and I've had to stop everything to deal with it. Because I obviously did not want the smell of vomit to slowly fill the room. What are you screaming at me for? You can get back onto the windowsill, fine. The curtains aren't drawn. Okay. What are you doing? You odd thing? You off-putting creature? What are you doing? I think a crash out was kind of understandable. Yeah, no, it annoys me. Like, I'm not... Like, some people always, like, yell at their cat when they're throwing up, and it's like, don't do that, it's stressful. But when she's trying to do it on the bed covers, it's like, please. Please don't do that. In fact, I think one of those times it was down the back of the radiator on a day that wasn't, like, I wasn't having a good day anyway. And then she tried to do it down the back of the radiator, which really got under my skin. That vicious beast launched vile, gross fluid on your sheets. Exactly, exactly. And not just fluid, also half-eaten biscuits. Half-eaten cat biscuits. I always remember that one video. Does she look for the worst places to do it? Honestly, no. Generally, she just does it wherever she's standing. Which... or, like, sleeping. Which is a lot of the time on the bed, because she likes sleeping on the bed. Sometimes it will just be on the floor or on the landing. Sometimes she'll do it when she's looking out the window, which means she'll do it on the windowsill. Or, God forbid, down the wall by the windowsill, which means behind the radiator. Horrible place to throw up. Don't like it when she does that. For obvious fucking reasons. In the water purifier! SFA, why is your cat thrown up in the water purifier? Wait, in the AC is even worse. I didn't even consider... in the AC is... that's vile. No, she hasn't done anything like that yet, thankfully. Yours doesn't, you're talking about Missy. Okay, okay. I thought you were, like, talking from experience. I thought you were naming these places from, like, because you'd experienced these. Which is interesting, SFA, because, you know, not in a place that generally has AC that often. Not living somewhere where AC is in more or less any of the households. But, no. You lived in Sumeru, remember? Yeah, but I thought you... Oh, because in the UAE... Oh, no, that makes sense. That makes sense, because the UAE is in a desert. But you said you were talking about Missy, not a cat you owned. So have you had a cat throw up in your AC? He's high on Starshrooms, still on Sumeru. Okay, okay. No AC here. Which means, thankfully, the cat can't throw up on it. Just behind the radiator. Back for another drink, eh? Why are you hovering? Do you wish you could be on the bed, but you're still, like, you're too stubborn to lie on it? Because you're tiny and an idiot? Because I wouldn't put it past you to be tiny and an idiot, so not want to lie on the bed. You know? I love when cats are tiny and idiots. That's my favourite things cats do, is when they're tiny and idiots. Sorry, Mrs. Better ammo, it costs a fortune. No. But, I'm glad that these days everyone dogpiles people who hate on Gen 7. Not generally one for mob mentality, but it being for Gen 7 is good. You know? I'll tolerate mob mentality when it's for peak. You know? When it's for the best Pokemon games. Because people who don't get Gen 7... People who think Gen 7 is outright bad are fools. And old fools are bad, actually, now that I think about it. Because, to hate Gen 7 means you were probably there when Gen 7 released. Right? And when Gen 7 released... Yeah, like, when Gen 7 released, like, I'd say Gen 6 was the start of the latest Pokemon game, is always the worst. Then again, Black and White probably had it. I wonder if Gen 4 had it. Rob, were you in the Pokemon fandom when Gen 4 released? Why are you slinking around? You're just kind of looking around a bit perturbed and upset. And then you keep sniffing the shoes? What are you doing? Are you, like, gunning to lie down there somewhere? You are, okay. Maybe? What are you doing? What an odd creature. She's trying to get into my cupboard. Wardrobe? My wardrobe's like a wall of... It's more or less like a part of the room has been sectioned off behind sliding doors with mirrors. Which doesn't give as much room as you'd think because of the chimney. You've always been there to some extent. Gen 4 was very well received. Everyone loved it. So the new the new generation is the worst only really started in Gen 5 then. In the grand scheme. Even Platinum, which is effectively DLC, I've never heard any bad things about it. It was the definitive edition. Yeah. I really do wonder how Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would have been received had they been released a year later or on the Switch. Because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are more or less to Sun and Moon what Platinum is to Diamond and Pearl. But Platinum is always remembered... To be fair, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon I remembered pretty well. Pretty fondly. But everyone around the time when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was released was like, oh, this is pointless. Gen 3 had some bad stuff. Really? That's interesting. Oh, everybody hydrate. That is a command from Travelair. Everybody must hydrate now. If you don't got a drink, you got to go and get a drink now. Because you got to drink some fluid. You know, what was the bad stuff about Gen 3, though? I'm interested. I'm very interested to know the tea here. Because Gen 4 I didn't really see. Gen 5 I saw a lot of people complaining about the whole, like, no new... No, like, about the no old... New, complaining about the whole new Pokédex thing. I remember seeing that. Yeah, people didn't like the fact that they couldn't bring over their Mons. And this isn't the fandom, but got reviewed as too much water. That sounds familiar! Hydrate, G Fuel is actually better, and I hate water. Yes, give me my caffeine energy drinks, please. Later, more caffeine energy drinks that I exclusively buy with streamer codes. I mean, G Fuel, sponsor me, please. G Fuel, please sponsor me, please. Give me money, G Fuel. Can you give me money? Hey, G Fuel, could you give me some money, please, G Fuel? I feel like I don't check the Cahir is here email enough. Like, I feel like fundamentally, yeah, no, I've not even turned off smart features yet. I'd buy some Cahir Gamer subs. I don't know, Gamer subs sponsor a bunch of racists. So I'm not so sure about Gamer subs. You know? Yeah, but like now in June, I don't think I'm missing any sponsorship emails. Oh, do they? I just know that Patterrz has one. Yeah, I remember a while back. Like, one of the ambassadors of their brand said something rather racist, and then it meant a lot of people ended up cutting ties with them. And you know me, I don't really like racists. You know? Nor am I that big of a fan of companies that willingly work with them. So, guess I wasn't in the loop there. I think it was more on the VTuber side of things, so I'm not going to slate that. People aren't always in the loop all the time, and that's okay. But, yeah. It was funny because the other day, I was in Mr. Sims again. We go to Mr. Sims often. My friend likes buying fudge. But that's not the point. The point is I was in Mr. Sims. And I saw the A-Drive. I saw the A-Drive G Fuel just being sold in, like, their drink section. Just a like, not like the pot, like a bottle of A-Drive branded G Fuel. I'm surprised they still do that, honestly. Because A-Drive's kind of taken a big step back from content creation to pursue making his card game. What's up again? Hello again, Tokemon. How goes it? I hope you've been well. Still on the grind. Not found the shiny. Will I find the shiny? Probably not, I'm going to be honest. Let's be real for a moment. You got Sea Dog BA's manager's drink? Oh? Oh, it's going to be gamer subs. But, yeah. I just find it funny that they just had the A-Drive G Fuel on sale in Mr. Sims. Yeah, Shibuya Cow's Iced Tea. Oh, interesting. I always remember the one where Schlatt was, like, promoting his new flavor a bunch. And the joke was it looks kind of like cum. I just find it funny with gamer subs that, like, a big part of their brand is just putting, like, anime women with big boobies on their cups. I'm guessing most of them are VTubers. I've not really looked into it all that much, but I'm guessing a large portion are VTubers. But, in a way, I respect the creation of... then again, actually, if you're drinking gamer subs, you probably don't leave the house that much anyway. No offense, Rob. That was one of the things I said, and then I realized that someone I know is getting caught in the crossfire there. You know? Like, I said a very bold statement, which does directly affect someone I'm friends with. Most people. You know? You're an exception to the... I assure. Yeah, you got a decent amount. But, so, I don't think most gamer subs drinkers have to worry about going outside with their cup with a scantily clad anime woman on it. That's the point I'm making here. The point I've been trying to get to and have accidentally fired a stray at Rob in the process of getting to is, yeah. Reset over the new game screen again. Good one, Cahir. Not like you're trying to get another 43 encounters done in the next half hour or something. You don't need to be fast with this. Then again, it was 2 hours for 200 encounters. Low-key, doable. Because if it's an hour for 100, then it's half an hour for 50. They call me the mathematician. It's cool, man. Gotta be honest, the working from home thing does limit being outside as much as I'd like. I mean, that's fair, but, yeah, yeah. Not really the vibe I was talking about. Maybe you should get an unlimited data plan and start commuting to the beach. Because I think working from home on the beach sounds pretty nice. You know? Just bringing out your laptop on the beach. Getting sand everywhere. And then if you ever have a Zoom call, you could just act like it's one of, like, the fake backgrounds, you know? Because, like, you can do, like, those fake backgrounds on Zoom, so you can just pretend, oh, yeah. Funnily enough, you have worked from home at the beach. That's awesome. Did you, like, do a Zoom call on a Lilo? Just letting out to see on a Lilo. Tapping away a laptop. Thing is, data doesn't usually work on the beach itself. I feel like nowadays data probably works on the beach itself, you know? I've been to the beach. And all in all, the internet connection was fine. I mean, your format's usually slow? I see, I see. I mean, yeah, no, like, when I was in Spain at the beach, it was generally pretty fine. Browsed as I pleased. In between looking at fishes. Same at the hotel, mobile job for this one. I see, I see. I mean, I just think it depends on how well connected the area you're in is, you know? Like how well covered the area you're in is. Yeah. Like, data's still being, like, rolled out, isn't it? But on that cup thing was interesting, had a JoJo collab. Was it, like, Joseph Joestar? With... I mean, he has big naturals. He already has the big naturals, you know. Man, that's crazy. True, if it's a city, it's probably not slow, but I guess I'll sacrifice data speed for space on the beach and in the water. That is true. Plus, as long as you've got other stuff to do, you don't really need data on the beach. Although I guess these days, it's like, the phone is all-consuming. I think it was maybe a bold move of me to buy a new phone and immediately take it to the beach, but oh well. It worked fine. I was so annoyed, right? Because, right, so, Wednesday, June 18th, my birthday, right? Wednesday, June 18th, that was my birthday. Grand. Awesome. Love a good birthday. Obviously, I pulled Shenhe, Skirt, Calamity Queller, and Azure Lights. That was peak. But I also got a new phone on that day. I decided to treat myself to a birthday gift by getting myself a new phone. But my mobile contract is now lower than what it was before. So really, I saved myself money when you think about it. Anyway, the bigger point is new phone, right? Took it to Spain. Bit of a risk all in all. I am a stubborn piece of shit and do not use a phone case. I did get a screen protector this time. I did get a screen protector. Normally, okay, not normally. The last phone I had, I didn't actually get a screen protector, and it worked fine, actually. I did not, like, I had a few scratches, but it didn't really crack, which I was quite impressed by. You know? Like, I was genuinely quite impressed I never actually, like... I dropped it a few times. It did fall a few times, but like it didn't crack. Plus, it was a 12, and I think 12s have like glass on the back as well. So like the fact that I never actually cracked it was impressive, and also meant that I got a pretty good deal when I traded it in, which was nice. But anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is I left my phone on top of my DS case on the balcony of the apartment, and a strong gust of wind blew the DS case open and sent the phone right onto the fucking floor, giving it a sizable dent on one of its corners literally the week I got it. That dent is still there. I can see it right now. Yeah, no, that's the dent. Which, it's not that noticeable. It's not that big of a dent. I'm exaggerating the size of the dent. But it's still a dent. And I still did, like, this phone has so far undergone no other real big, like, scrapes and scratches. Touch wood. Touch wood. But the fact that, like, in the first week I gave it, like, a dent, I will remain so fucking mad about. Pic of it with your old phone or something? I traded my old phone in. I don't think I have anything to take a picture of my phone with right now, unfortunately, Traveller. I cannot think of anything I have to take a picture of this dent. It's like, it's not that big of a one. It's just like a little chip on the corner. But also, I had to borrow his phone for a sec for a dent picture of the dent on my phone. Like, I will be honest, I'm overreacting. I don't think most people would notice it unless I pointed it out. I'm just grumpy that I dented it in the first week I had it. But, it's nice just to hold, and I still always, have a crack on your screen, so you're fine compared to that. Yeah, I used to be kind of bad with my phones and had, like, cracks all over the screens, but, like, like, the 12 I had, I think I bought it in... Did I buy it in 2022? I think it was probably 2022 I bought it, yeah. And then... So I had it about 3 years before I upgraded. But, it was kind of rough to hold. It had a lot of jagged edges. But this one's, like, a lot smoother. And it's like, why didn't they just do this the whole time? Why'd they ever make the other one jagged? That's odd. Like, it's not something you notice when you have the old one, right? That it's a bit jagged. But, like, it's one of those ones where, like, you get the new one and you're like, wait a minute. This is a lot nicer in my hand. Not the screen protector, the screen. Oh. Almost dropped it on the floor, tried to save it, and ended up sticking it to a rugged wall. Like a silky wall in the screen, spiky wall in the screen cracked. Oh, I know, I see. Oh, that sucks. I think I'm overprotected. I use a case, I have a screen protector, and I have an external insurance. But I've never dropped my phone or hurt it. I've got, like, general protections. So if it, like, explodes, if I break it apart into smithereens, I can get a new one. But I feel like that's, like, the classic situation is, like, the drop the phone and then you slam it into the wall. Trying to, like, save it. You drop yours too often? I think I used to be a bit more of a butterfingers with it, but these days I've generally, like, grown out of it. Like, you drop yours once a week? You need to get a pop socket or something, dude. I sometimes consider a pop socket, but I think with this one it's fine. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I still stand by the fact that, like, I don't know, like, getting new headphones... I know how I think about it, I don't drop it that often anymore, but you get the point. Yeah. I feel like that kind of thing is a thing you get better at over time, honestly. What's it called? Like, new headphones? That was exciting. I was very excited about the new headphones. New headphones actually, like, did a thing, right? They felt different on my head. The fact that they're now wireless kind of feels different and stuff. Like, that was an exciting new purchase. It's on how, like, a phone upgrade still isn't that interesting. I think the fundamental issue might just be, like, the fact that I just use it for the same stuff. It's not like it's really changed how I interact with the phone. Like, the headphones, I've now changed how I interact with my headphones because I, like, don't have a wire that connects me to my computer anymore. I can, like, I could go across the other side of the room, you know? Which is the thing I keep saying. Once dropped yours while on a rocky road. Screen down! You had a screen protector back then, but the protector was a goner. Oh no, oh no. Did you not get another one after then? But, cracked in like 3 spots. Oh. Yeah, no, the last one I had with a screen protector, the screen protector was totaled. Like, it was really, like, scuffed around the edges and stuff. 13495. Well, that's counting up, so maybe. You don't usually buy screen protectors? I mean, if you drop it that much, might be a worthwhile investment. Like, I should have with my 12. I was lucky I didn't break the screen on it. It's funny, because the screen protector is the thing that made me have to give up the axe. Because when I bought the new phone, I decided I wasn't gonna tell Dad about it. Because I wanted to see if he'd notice. Which meant that me dropping it maybe gave him a good opportunity to bait the truth out of me. Because he was like, well, how long have you had that now? Oh, you don't have a screen protector on it, which kind of meant that I had to be honest at that point and be like, this is, I got this on Wednesday. Sometimes I say the things I do out loud and I realize how fucking odd I am. Why did I do that? Why did I decide I wasn't going to tell my dad about my new phone? You know? Like, why do I go out of my way? We all do stupid. I do stupid shit all the time. It is like a consistent thing with me. I'm the king of doing stupid shit. I go, wow, I wonder if anyone will notice my new phone. So I just don't tell anyone about it. Because I've got rocks in my brain. Many rocks in my brain. As previously mentioned, I think I'm going to go to 13.5k today, just because I like the idea of going up in increments of 250 until we get to 14k at least. 250 a stream seems reasonable. Although, maybe it seems unreasonable in the context of once every... I need to type slower, because I make many spelling errors as a monkey on a typewriter, yeah? Was that deliberate? Did you deliberately do that? Was that like a bit? I feel like that was a bit. I'm trying to figure it, because it might not have been a bit, but like, that also would have been a good time for a bit. You didn't do it on purpose, you swear. Interesting. You swears on the precious. Gollum? Man, I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings soon, I think. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It might be time for the Lord of the Rings rewatch soon. Like, I think it's been a while since the last Lord of the Rings rewatch. So I feel like it is getting closer to the next one, you know? In the grand scheme of things. Because, like, who doesn't love a good Lord of the Rings rewatch? I think that, like, that's one of the things. It's going to be nice once the Dune series is over, because then I, like... Well, I could just rewatch Dune 1 and 2. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on the whole Dune being the Lord of the Rings of the 2020s. Because Lord of the Rings, I go, man, I should rewatch that. Dune, I don't. I do not often think about rewatching Dune. Lord of the Rings... I always remember that one time that... I think her name is Vivian? Is it? Or am I really off base there? Like, I don't think she wants to be known as Musk's daughter. So I feel bad calling her that. Because I'm assuming that's a title that she'd rather disassociate from. Anyway, she was on Hassan's podcast. And he asked her if she'd watched or read Dune. I can't remember exactly what she said. Which I guess kind of makes my point moot. Because now I really, like... I remember the vibe, but it's like, how do I get across the vibe of what I'm trying to say? It was like... I think she said it was something like... Yeah. I think she said it's like the kind of book a pretentious mansplainer would recommend. Or something like that. What's that map? I kind of see it. Like, I like Dune, but... I kind of see the vision. You know? Like, I try not to pretentiously mansplain. To be clear. But... Anyway, it was, yeah, no, Traveller was right in the 717328, because Felix was wrong in the 13495. Sorry, Felix. You'll be right one day, buddy, yeah, I'm sure. You just got to keep guessing. Just one more guess. Just one more guess. Nice knowing you, Felix. No! Man. The bullshit we talked about on stream zone. I'm remembering the Labubu conversation. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just remembering the Labubu conversation. Labubu. It's not shiny! Okay, that's another stream gone. No shiny. Unfortunately, you ordered a hit on me a few years ago, and the date was for this week, so... Oh, yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? That's a shame. Oh, well. It's like that sometimes, you know. It's that's how the cookie crumbles on occasion. Best of luck with the hit. The Wanderer image, guess Christmas lights won't be the only thing. Oh no. Big fan of that one. Bet it'll be 13595 as well. Always bet on that 9.5. Always bet on that 9.5. Never stop betting on that 9.5, Felix. It's what makes you special. But speaking of things being special. So is the end of stream's kind of special. Me ending the stream is pretty special in the grand scheme of things. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. I certainly have. I'll be live again on Wednesday on the Genshin channel, but I'll be live again on Friday on the Pokemon channel. We'll be doing more Ting-Lu raids, so be sure to be there. No raid, I don't really raid on CahirLIVE. Given the audience is split between Twitch and YouTube, it just seems a bit of a hassle. And generally my viewership isn't that high. There's like 17 different reasons I don't. But here's a deliberate choice. But thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. And I will see you all. later. Goodbye and good night.